Hello, everyone. I'm Cynthia Miller. Welcome. This is Essential Oils class for health and wellness. And I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself and how I came to use these wonderful oils. And we're going to talk about how to use them, what they are, different ways that you can bring them into your home to make a really nice, clean, healthy home. So there's three cool things about essential oils, and I just love these. I've been using them for quite some time. You may know already that I have a healing retreat on the Sunshine Coast, and they just go so well with what I am doing here, and they really help a lot of people to sort of manage their emotions, manage physical ailments. I may have sent you a sample for your respiratory, for your immune, maybe skin rash or digestion. There's different ways to use them, and I just wanted to, spend a few moments and tell you a little bit more about how to use them. So one of the cool things about doTERRA essential oils, and I'm only speaking of doTERRA, I can't really speak to any other brand, but doTERRA has created a standard in the industry, and this is just the most amazing thing that they've done. They're 100% natural and pure. And the standard that they've created is certified pure therapeutic grade. And so they've gone through all the testing that you could possibly go through to make sure that the chemical components in these essential oils are what they say they are, so that they will help you with a stomach ache and they will help you with a headache. They heal at the cellular level. So it's really important to remember that it's the therapeutic grade that makes them what they are. Okay. The second cool thing about essential oils and doTERRA essential oils is that they're quite often more effective than any other medical care that you could get. And I'm talking about prescriptions, going to the doctor, that sort of thing. I use essential oils to nip things in the bud. If things go out of, balloon out of control, then yes, of course, you're going to go to the doctor. I'm not saying don't go, but these really help you on an ongoing basis to really get, nip these things in the bud, sore throats, looking after pain, that sort of thing. The more often than not, they actually work better than a prescription. I'll tell you why. If you can just sort of use your imagination and imagine this is a cell, and most cells in our body have a oily sort of membrane around it, and it protects the cell. Now, you could be infected with bacterial infection, which would, sort of cover the outside. If there's a viral infection, it would try to get inside the cell and replicate, okay? So if you go to the doctor for a bacterial infection, they would probably give you antibiotics, and that would take care of the infection on the outside of the cell. Usually takes 7 to 10 days, but you would have to probably spend a couple of weeks on probiotics, because antibiotics really have they wreak havoc on our hormones, our immune system, and our gut health. Okay, so the gut health is a really important sort of aspect of what happens in our body. And so, if you went to the doctor and you were told that you have a viral infection, the doctor would probably say, just sort of go home and look after yourself, drink lots of water and rest, go to bed. And they just might give you a water-based synthetic medication to help you with that. But the problem is water-based synthetic does not really go very well with our cells. So essential oils go really well with our cells because they're very similar, okay? And the purity, it's our body makes it really easy to absorb and ingest. So yeah, that's really the key piece of this, is that it doesn't take much to apply to something. I use the On Guard in my mouth. I use the respiratory Breathe Easy Air to help me clear my sinuses. And if I don't nip those in the bud, I would have to go to the doctor to have that looked after. But then again, probiotics and like it takes a long time for your body to get back to its normal state when it takes synthetic medication. So oftentimes I go for a walk, and the cold air gets into my ears. I have to put tea tree and lavender on there, and almost immediately it will disappear. This sort of throbbing, because I used to get ear infections as a child, and I think that I'm just more susceptible to the cold air. And so I've come to know that the bone in the back behind your ear is where you want to put essential oils to help any pain in your ears. The third cool thing about essential oils is that they're often cheaper, less expensive than medication. I don't go to the drugstore and purchase over-the-counter drug medication any time, because I'm using the two that I mentioned to get my sore throat and my sinuses, and I know my lungs are healthy because I breathe this in. I know that the air is clean because I put it into the diffuser, and it kills the germs, so that I don't have to worry about catching those infections. Now the lavender and the tea tree that I talked about putting behind my ear, about 50 cents. So you can imagine, if you do have to go to the doctor for a bacterial infection, viral infection, it's not only the cost of the time to go to the doctor, the gas in your car, but it's just taking time off. There's just so many more costs to it than paying for the prescription. A lot of times in our province anyways, we don't necessarily pay to go to the doctor, but it's just the time inconvenience. You're exposing yourself to more sick people when you go to the clinics. So if you could, sort of look after these health challenges with a first aid kit of essential oils in your home, I just find it's the best way to do it. Now, there's 3 different ways to use essential oils. The first one is aromatically, so through the air. And many people have diffusers. You can put those, just a few drops in that. And you want to remember, it goes out and cleans the air basically. But if you wanted to put some oils into a child's room, just remember to start with 1 or 2 drops. Maybe leave the door open a little bit. If you're using in a bigger living space, then obviously you're going to use more drops. You could do the immunity one. It's going to kill germs, purify, kills germs. Serenity helps to quiet the house down at night. If you diffuse wild orange in the morning, it's going to wake everybody up in a really happy mood. So using the oils aromatically is really quite effective. And, I'll just give you an example. If you've ever gone for surgery or dental work where they had to put you out, they put a mask over your head or your nose. And when you breathe that in, you count down, and you normally don't get down past 8. And what happens is you breathe that in. There's an olfactory system right here, and it sits just below the brain. And we breathe that in. It triggers the limbic part of our brain to send a message to the rest of our body that it's time to relax. And that's exactly how essential oils are, and the aroma of them. So if you're diffusing them, if you're putting them on your hand, this is how they work in your aroma when you smell them. Now, the second way to use them is to apply them to your skin. Now, I've talked about putting them on my throat, behind my ear. You can put them on pulse points, on your wrists, in your elbow creases, behind your ear, even on your heart. Some of the emotional protocols that we use are putting them on our heart, our liver, kidney, just depending on what is going on. There's people that have kidney infections, bladder infections, cramping every month. There's different ways that you can use these essential oils. I sometimes even put a drop of spearmint on the top of my head because it just wakes me up in the morning. It really helps to bring focus and clarity. So putting them on your skin is quite a natural thing to do. Just start out with a little bit, make sure you're not too sensitive to it. Putting them in your bath, that sort of thing. And if you want to put a little bit of carrier oil with it, you can use jojoba oil, coconut oil, even olive oil or grapeseed oil. And I've sent you a chart for the children's dilution, because you want to make sure that you dilute it for children. They're completely safe. There's no side effects. You don't get addicted to essential oils. And you just have to sort of learn a little bit how to use them, but it's really common sense. Now, the third way to use them is to ingest them. Now, I started the essential oils because I found out that frankincense was in the supplement. So that's really ingesting them. But most people start with wild orange or lemon in their water, and you put it into an empty glass, And then you put the water in. And what the lemon is going to do is really detox your body, help you to let go of the waste that's in your system. It's a really good way to detox, and we use that at the retreat quite often. Now, there's three ways to purchase essential oils, and basically retail is something that I would never do. I don't sell them retail. You might get retail oils in a spa or maybe a chiropractor's office, but the best way to get them is wholesale, and it's 25% below the retail costs. But we purchase below wholesale because what happens is we have a wholesale account and we take advantage of the promotions of getting the free oils, and so it doesn't even cost the wholesale. So it's quite amazing. So I've attached this document here. If you want to write down 3 health concerns, this should align with what I've sent you. And if there's anything else that has come up that I've talked about, please text me, message me, and let me know if you'd like to try something, okay? This is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. This is the one that I have been talking about for quite some time. I've talked about it on my page, and it is why I joined doTERRA. I've always taken good supplements, good quality supplements, and I just feel that my nutritional gaps that are sort of always there, no matter how good I try to eat, I know that there's not the nutrients in the food that there used to be. And even if I try to eat well, I certainly can't eat 6 cups of broccoli, which is what I need for calcium and greens and that sort of thing. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack was created to help you have a longer, healthier life, and the years in the latter part of your life to be healthier. So I'm glad that I take those. If you want to know more about that, I'd love to send you some information. And this is really the best way to purchase essential oils, and the below wholesale cost base, really, because doTERRA puts kits together. And, just depending on what the use is for your health challenge, they put kits together that are quite a bit less expensive than buying the oils individually, okay? So these are what they call enrollment kits, because included in this is the cost of your membership. So Healthy Start Kit, this is probably the most popular one. Hello, thanks for joining. Just going through the kits right now. I've been through the class. I made it kind of quick today. So the enrollment kits are, quite popular because they are less expensive than the individual oils, and included in that is the membership. Okay, so doTERRA is very much like Costco. You pay a certain amount for an annual membership, and you get the wholesale cost. So you get your own account, you log in, and you would be able to see, how many points you have. You could use those points for, future purchases, and it's all based on points. Then you get it delivered to your door. You don't have to waste time shopping, which is one thing I don't really like doing. So if you order one of these enrollment kits, they'll come in about 5 days. This first one, the Healthy Start Kit, comes with a beautiful diffuser. It's got timing on it. It's got lights. And these normally sell for about $60. So considering you get the top 10 oils in this kit, they're all 5 ml. It's a pretty good deal. That includes your membership for the year. The other one is Healthy Habits Kit. Excuse me. This one has the LLV in it, the Lifelong Vitality, which is what I talk about. It's got the Deep Blue Rub, which is what I sampled quite a few people. And it's got the probiotics. It's got the assist for your tummy troubles. A lot of times these probiotics help to balance things out. It's got 5 ml frankincense, lemon, and lavender. Now, frankincense is an amazing oil for your skin, anti-aging. Lemon, as I mentioned, is the detoxer. You can put that in your water and know that you're flushing out the plastics and the toxins in your body. And of course, lavender is really good for settling down at night. It's really good for small burns from the kitchen. Really, really amazing kit here. And then the 15 ml ones are the On Guard and the Balance. So On Guard is our signature immune blend with wild orange, cinnamon, clove. It's the clove that's really quite powerful in that. And that's the immune blend that I take on my tongue. I also put it in an empty glass and put a little bit of water in there and gargle with that if I've got a sore throat. And of course, this time of year, many people have that. And then it's got the doTERRA Balance Blend. So Balance is the grounding blend. If you put that on your wrists, your creases, and your your neck, you breathe that in every day. You might put that in your diffuser. It really helps to settle you down if you're feeling a little bit antsy, if you suffer from anxiety, that sort of thing. All of these oils cover so many other different ailments as well. The deep blue for pain, the tea tree for cleaning, as I mentioned, the On Guard for immunity, the Digest Zen or Zengest for your digestion. And again, you can just put that into an empty glass. You can drink that back, or you can put a little bit on your hand and actually rub it on your tummy. And this will help to get rid of bloating. It's helped people from diarrhea, constipation, Crohn's, IBS. I'm not saying it cures it, but if you use it over time, you will see improvement in the symptoms of pain and discomfort. So it's doing something. Lots of people have had major, major benefits with this one. The next kit is the Natural Solutions. It's a little bit bigger. It's got the cleaning supplies in there. It's got the box to keep the oils. Lots of really wonderful products in there, and you get your membership with these kits. Healthy Home Kit. This is another one that has cleaning supplies, the hand sanitizer, but you do get the nice stone design Brevi diffuser, the shampoo conditioner. I love the toothpaste. Now you might notice that some of these are US and some of these are Canadian. This one's Canadian, $4.49, and it does have a PV. That's the points that it's worth. And I'm going to explain that a little bit too. The Home Essentials Kit. This one's an old kit that is on its way out. So while supplies last, I think that this is a really good one too. It's got the pedal diffuser, which has the light and a timer, and the 15 ml essential oils top 10, except for the deep blue. It always comes in the 5 ml. Now the deep blue essential oil, there's one 5 ml blend in the deep blue rub. Some of you may have received that for a sample. The deep blue rub is 120 ml, and it's a cream. It's a wonderful sort of elixir to put on your sore knees, your sore ankles, the back, that sort of thing. And you only need a tiny little size to use to put that on. So that 120 ml will actually last quite a long time. So it's in the Simple Solutions kit, and as you can see, that's 134. It's only 74 points. And so what I would want to do if you wanted to get that one is actually gift you an oil to get it up to the 100 points, because I benefit when there is a 100-point order. So the essential oils that you get with that is lemon, the On Guard, and the Serenity. As I mentioned, the lemon is so good for cleaning your body. The On Guard is the immunity blend, and Serenity is the resting blend, Restful. So if you put that in your diffuser at night, you're going to sort of help you fall asleep, help you stay asleep. It's going to, if you sort of incorporate that into the last half an hour of your day and while you get ready for going to bed, it's really important to not eat too much before you go to bed. It's important to not have your phone too close. Make sure the room is dark and you're comfy and not too much noise. Sometimes people like the white noise, but if you've got the aroma in addition to all of that, then you've done as much as you possibly can to help you sleep at night. And sometimes it's the stress that keeps people awake. That Serenity is going to help you calm right down. The Healthy Essentials Kit, you can see that's a $264 USDA. Now this is a new one, and this actually is quite fun because it's got the new copaiba in it. The rest of them you probably recognize them, the lavender and peppermint, but the copaiba is from a tree in the Amazon, and it's very much like the frankincense, where they cut the tree and it's the resin that comes out of the tree. And they found that this copaiba essential oil targets the same receptors in the endocannabinoid system as CBD. So if you've tried CBD oil, you might have found that the dosage is not the same from time to time, and the expense is quite high. but it's more the dosage that you can't really rely on because it's not regulated. However, with copaiba, it is the same from bottle after bottle. They do all the tests, make sure it's therapeutic. And I use this one at night under my tongue. I put about 3 or 4 drops. And what I find is in about 15-20 minutes, I start to get sleepy. You know, I might be reading or, you know, just sort of doing something before I'm getting ready for bed. So that copaiba is relatively new, but they've added it to this kit. So this is such an amazing deal. Now, also in this kit that is new is the Adaptive Blend. So Adaptive Blend has lavender, vetiver. It is for more anxiety feelings. The symptoms of you know, feeling anxious, feeling like you're, you know, overwhelmed, feelings that there's no hope. If you diffuse this when you're home, you can also roll this on your wrists and your neck, and you can also take a capsule with this one if you're so inclined to try that out. But this one includes the oil that you would diffuse in your home, and if you'd like, I could give you some rollers. You could make some rollers, just to have one in your pocket or your purse. And yeah, this kit is really amazing. So as you can see, $264 US, you know, you're going to have a really good first aid kit here because you're going to have sleep help. You're going to have the Easy Air, the respiratory blend. You're going to have the On Guard, the lemon, the deep blue, plus these 2 new ones, the Adaptive and the copaiba. Now, they've also put the balance in there that I talked about for anxiety, grounding blend. The Adaptive is a little bit floral. The balance is more woodsy. So just depending on your preference, but these oils do amazing things for many of the symptoms. So I'm in something really fun this month. It's called Diamond Club, and they have created this little incentive for us so that if you put in an order that is 100 to 299 points, so we talked about the points, every kit has a value. If you put in an order within the next 24 hours, you will get a free Citrus Bliss, okay? If you put in an order over 300 points, you would get that Adaptive as well. And if you order tonight, I will give you a wild orange. So how about that? And if you want to host a class in your home, or I could do them in a group with Facebook. If you'd like to, you know, share with your friends or your family, I will give you this beautiful big reference book to give you something to look at and find what solutions, natural solutions for your health challenges. So I'm going to just leave it at that. If you're interested, please get back to me with a text, or you can phone me 604-779-9100, or you can text me on that as well. It's private. You can text me through Facebook. If you're interested in getting any of these oils or any of the kits, and yeah, I'd love to be able to help you. I'm just going to stop the recording and we can talk freely. Okay, thank you.